Hello there. So, I haven't really made any videos or anything like this yet. It's kind of random, but so today I just wanted to practice a little bit more of these speedrun portals. Oh shit. Okay, well, that that was pretty bad. I started doing these. I want to say like a week ago or something. Was that not a? Oh damn. Okay, well, we'll just ignore that. That's fine. Trust me, I've been doing better than that. Yeah, so I doing speedrun portals a couple of times. I'm not perfect at it. I'm kind of messing up here. I was doing really well not too long ago. Yeah, so this is just like a random super flat world I created, and I've just given myself like just a bunch of cobblestone, water bucket, flint steel, iron pickaxe, whatnot. Just gone around and found a bunch of random lava pools here and just made those. If you're wondering why I have this random sword, well, I just sometime back, me and Yig, well, we practiced on here for a few minutes before we did some PvP. At some point last week, and so, well, at least at the time of recording this, and so I went ahead and for whatever reason I just went ahead and I just had fun just kind of practicing around with just strafing and hitting stuff and whatnot. So I originally had a whole argument thing as to why the axe is a better weapon, and let me go ahead and give itself ender chest, right? So but just ignore these. These are just two fun random names I came up with here. So well, so I'm gonna be talking about a few different random Minecraft things and other stuff while I'm doing this, while I'm doing these speedrun portals. So I guess I'll just go ahead and find let's go ahead and find another log pool. So, yeah, I've kind of gone back and forth on which weapon I've honestly thought is better. Because, like, I used to think the sword was better, and then, and that maintained with me for a while. But then, like, as just forgive how I promise you I was doing really, really well. These are not very good things. Yes, so yeah, I thought the sword was a better weapon for a long time. I mean, and that was in large part due to, stuff like the fact that, like, I played on Legacy Console Edition and then Bedrock for many years. On there, right, you just spam attack, sort of like how you do on Java Edition. Right. I really don't like Java combat, to be honest. It's really annoying. I don't know how to be honest, I don't really know how to do it, and I hope to learn it in some form one day. But I don't know if I will. To be honest, I can go in the whole thing with why I don't like look hate and all that. So, but I don't know if I want to do that immediately, or I might get to that at some point later in this video. So yes, I thought that the sword was a better weapon for a long time. And I was going to explain this. I played on these different editions, like, for most of the time I played Minecraft. And then a few years ago, my sophomore year of high school, I think it is I actually I bought myself Minecraft Java Edition because I really wanted to try this edition. You know, I'd seen a lot of videos on it and whatnot, and I thought, well, you know, it'd be super cool. You know, I didn't know. I mean, I knew that there was like computer Minecraft, and I always really wanted to try it out, but I never really got the opportunity to. I mean, I had played Windows Edition Bedrock a handful of times on people's random accounts and whatnot, or like trials. It was fun. It was super cool getting to, you know, trying to play this game with the keyboard and mouse instead of, you know, instead of a controller, right? Like with the consoles for the most part. But then, like, within the last, I don't know, year, I don't know, maybe not quite a year, or well, I'd say probably the last few months. Like, you know, like I've done like a bunch of these speedrunning videos so far. Like, I know I've not really done like a ton of them, and I really do want to do more of them. I was kind of just enjoying doing a few different things for a little while. To be honest, I really like doing a lot of different activities in Minecraft. So it's kind of hard to say like what's my favorite to do. Well, anyways, so yes, I was doing a bunch of speedrunning and also like a fair amount of PvP. Although I've also done some of that since I originally started playing Java. Once I figured out how to join servers, and you know, and it kind of came to be like, well, you know, I think that the axe is a better weapon, right? Because like, you know, and let me just go ahead and give myself in your chest. Alright, just gonna put that in real quick. You know, I'm gonna just give myself a classic purple bed. Favorite color. Just doing that so I don't get faint. Okay, and then we'll time set night, and then difficulty. I would actually play on hard difficulty for the most amount of challenge, but the thing is on there, I really don't like, you know, I really don't like dealing with zombies being able to break down wooden doors. Like, that's just really annoying. So that's like really the sole reason I don't play hard difficulty. You know, just because zombies can break down doors, which is, again, just not something I think anyone really likes. Right, so yes, I kind of came to think, well, okay, the axe is a better weapon, because, right, like, it doesn't take, you know, as many hits to, you know, kill something, axe, right, on average. You know, the axe does, like, a massive amount of damage, you know, and it's really good because, you know, it can disable shields, you know, it can also be used to, you know, cut down wood, and honestly, I think it's still a really good weapon. I'm not gonna ever stop using the axe, you know, so, as a weapon. I think, especially for stuff like speedrunning, you know, or early game PvP, where I don't think that like a low quality sword is going to be particularly helpful, right? Like, if I'm gonna have a sword, I'd rather have like a diamond or netherite, right? Because they're really powerful. And but dude, I had kind of thought like, well, you know, again, right? The axe, like, you don't need to have all of these other enchants on it for it to be super powerful and to deal a lot of damage. Like, as a sword main, kind of depending on, oh, can I, you know, get, you know, fire aspect, or looting, or sweeping edge, or knockback, or any of these things, to, you know, make your sword a more powerful weapon. And that's kind of what I thought for like a while. But there was like there's a few things that I kind of didn't really consider. Or well, I did think about it a little bit. But I just didn't. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I would say didn't accept it. I don't know what that's the right word. I just didn't like fully think about. So, like, for example, like with the sword here, yeah, it can be like, the classic thing of, oh, it's fast. But it's not simply just like, oh, it's faster, but, oh, damn. Oh, wow. Okay, it's really lagging it. Ooh, that was. I'll have to check my mod at some point, just to kind of remove a few things, potentially. Which is a shame, but it's fine. Right, but you see, like, I'm able to get, like, like, critical chains, where it's basically where, I get, like, a bunch of crits on something. And while you may, you might not have to hit something as many times with the axe, right, like, you're only able, for, like, one thing is, like, I'm only able to hit with one. Okay. I'm trying to think, where was I? Well, anyways, let's kind of disorganize things. Dang, these skeletons. And while, okay, it is true that, you can, like, stun things a little bit with the axe. And, like, okay, and, like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good. No, okay. Okay, I actually did not expect that to happen. That's kind of embarrassing. I don't know what to say. The thing is, like, okay, in terms of, like, with mobs, I guess it's really fair what the nature is. But just depending on what you're looking for. Like, are you trying to go for, like, for example, are you trying to kill, like, a bunch of piglin brutes, or something, and you just want it, so get it done. Or if you're speedrunning, right? But, like, you might use an axe. Or if you're, like, if you're having, like, a mob farm and you want to get, like, a bunch of loot, right? Like, you can see, like, I have but I have looting on the sword, which, allows me to get, like, a lot of loot. Which can be really helpful, especially for stuff like gunpowder or bones. Another thing I kind of didn't realize is, like, well, I mean, one is kind of a small personal thing. It feels good to have, like, a weapon that attacks a bit faster. And of course, I'm not going to choose something like, like a netherite bow, just because it can attack super fast. It's not even really a weapon per se, because, it just doesn't, deal that much damage at all, even if it has a really attack speed. So it's not really about, like, oh, is it the fastest possible item I can attack with? Because then again, like, if I'm just saying that, like, well, fastest thing, you can fix. But this does, like, no damage. Just for, like, it does, like, 1 HP. I mean, I'm getting these spiders pretty good. But you see, like, it's gonna take forever to fix. Unless they're like a baby slime. just finish this. How did that guy hit me? I swear. Okay. Well, it may not necessarily matter the most for like, or kind of just really depends on what you're going for. Are you doing speedrunning? Or what are you doing? But the thing was also too, like, I'm thinking in terms of like PvP here. Like, I'd say you're probably really gonna want an axe when you're fighting someone. Especially if they don't have armor. Like, if someone came to me right now, well, assuming they probably they didn't have like all these enchants and whatnot. Like, you don't even really need, like I said earlier, like you don't even really need as many enchants on an axe to be able to like deal a lot of damage. Right? Like, you can even just have like the base weapon itself without any enchants. Like for example, like I could give myself like a stone. Oh damn, yeah, a stone axe, right? And this, it's a pretty slow weapon, and it doesn't have a lot of durability. But like, look how much damage this does. It does like 9 attack damage, right? Which means I can like kill these guys pretty easily if I have like good aim. And this is like a really good weapon for lasers. I'm never gonna argue against using the axe. I think I'm still going to definitely want to have it. The thing is, like in a PvP situation, it's not necessarily about and I do enough like damage one bit because sometimes especially if you're fighting players, they'd be able to do like complicated like defensive techniques, whether that's toteming or putting up a shield or just having really good armor, and it's going to take you probably a decent little while to really thoroughly get through them if you're relying on the next weapon. And I think more like all it does is like more damage per hit, right? Or like like if you have a really good axe, like, you don't have to much about the whole durability loss thing, right? You can kind of compensate for that. The thing is too, like, you're in a PvP situation, like, you're depending on getting that 1 or 2 hits with your axe, which, it is an advantage to be able to have, do less hits that you need to have. But like, if you're in a stressful situation within PvP and whatnot in Minecraft, right? Or at least on Job Edition anyway, you're probably gonna want to have at least a somewhat decent sword on you, because like the thing is, you're not gonna be able to like, you'd be like, oh, in every situation I can take the time to slow down and back up and hit something with my axe. And you can do that like a lot of the times, especially with stuff like spiders or zombies or certain types of mobs. Like players, they're much more unpredictable, right? And so like I could try to hit this player, and while I'm doing this, I'm trying to get this crit on them. They could have hit me like 2, maybe 3 times with the sword already. And like, it doesn't matter that my weapon, my axe, is able to do more damage if I can't even hit them, right? Because players are super unpredictable. And especially if you think of in terms of stuff like, crystal, or you have lots of potions and whatnot. Like, then the main thing of the axe just becomes, oh, if I'm just trying to get like an initial crit on someone, or if I'm trying to disable their shield. If I'm just trying to disable, one of their protective devices. But then the axe is not really quite as helpful if you have someone who's a totem. Unless they're just not very good at moving. However, I've kind of noticed of that people in the Minecraft PvP community are often getting much better. And so one of those things to think being unpredictable in movement and not right. Not they're not just gonna simply just walk up to you slowly or just be like, oh, I'm just gonna run at you and it's gonna hit you, right? They're gonna be like trying to avoid stuff like strafing, moving around, they're going to roll, you know, they're going to place blocks. And the sword is like much more adapted to that because, you know, I'm okay, you know, and yeah, maybe I don't need to deal, you know, I mean, maybe I can't deal as much damage, but like the thing is, a lot of stuff is not going to take that much units to kill. And if you have like some decent movement, like I argue this more because it's not about, you know, just doing damage, but can I survive? And I mean, I'm sure roasted lines. This is not a very good example. This is just like a random, you know, what I'm doing here. But anyway, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you know, I think both are really good. You know, and you know, I probably prefer doing a video, you know, explicitly on why, you know, each of these might be a better option than the other one or whatnot. You know, or also kind of like what strategies you might employ in PvP. Like, I think that's definitely a big factor too. You know. So yes. Anyways, let's go and find another level. Enough of doing that stuff. We need to practice making some more points. Alright. Difficulty peaceful. Alright. So, anyways, I hope you've been enjoying my content on here. If you really got into it, I'm really excited to see where it goes. I have a good few ideas for stuff I'd like to do for 50 subscribers. Right. And again, I don't know exactly which one of those things would be the first one that I would do. I'm also aware that I don't really have a necessarily a main Minecraft thing that a lot of people might appreciate that. I mean, you know, especially knowing you're specializing in the area. I really think myself is like I love this game too much to only focus on one thing. For example, like in the last, I don't know, 2-3 years or something like that, you know, I've done like a lot of speedrunning, and like I'm not a world record style, you know, and admittedly, yeah, I am aware that my pace is perhaps kind of slow for a lot of people, and I really hope to improve how fast I'm going, you know. I do want to get better. At some point, someday, I hope to have, whether it's my own seed name or whatever, it doesn't really matter, right? To, you know, attempt world record type stuff, to, you know, put my name on some kind of chart. I think that would be something I'd feel really proud of. You know, that'd be a really awesome thing to do. I'm not too worried about it right now because I'm just trying to build up my experience on here, on YouTube, with speedrunning in general. And I kind of learned a bunch of these tactics before I do anything like that, before I submit any attempts. But just like I was saying with the whole like liking this game too much thing, for it to really focus on one area, like Minecraft is not about like combat or speedrunning it or you know, only building certain things or playing with friends or by yourself. It doesn't even really mean anything. This is a game where you can just do pretty much whatever you want. Like you can, if you're playing the Java edition, you can play with mods. add-ons. I guess you're playing on Bedrock or something like that. I mean, you have add-ons, whatnot. Depends on what device you're playing on. But regardless, like you don't even have to have those things. You can you're limited to just whatever your mind can come up with. And I think sometimes we as a society. Okay, well that was. Forgive me, that was a really bad mistake there. But we as a society tend to focus on can I or we sort of specialize in doing certain things, right? Well, we have certain jobs, roles that we have. I mean, yes, we can often have a lot of these jobs or roles that we do. Especially if we're talking about. I mean, I don't really know. And I don't really know gender stuff too well, but I know especially with women, there's a lot of societal expectations placed on women. They're supposed to, for example, be, or at least stereotypically, the 1940s and 50s image of caring for the children and making the food and cleaning the house, and all of these sort of things. And again, I don't really want to talk about, because I don't really talk at some point. Talking about gender stuff, I'd love to do that in a different video at some point in the future. I have no idea when. Right, but yes. Anyways, so we really focus on can I gain certain skills or things to focus on in one area, and okay, I know I mostly. I do mostly Minecraft stuff. You're not really seeing me play other games other than 2, maybe 3 chess games. And so okay, you could be okay, that that's developed. I'm not playing really other games on here. But the thing is, there's one major thing with that is I'm not doing this. I'm doing this because I genuinely love this game. It's been a big part of my life ever since I was 8 or something like that. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. Although there are more important things. But I'm not saying this is the most important. There are definitely more important things in this game. Right? The people that I know and love. I would rather give up this game than have anything go away. But I don't think I'll have to worry about it. The point being, though, that I think that when I see you on YouTube, and I imagine maybe something on other platforms too, is we tend to focus on can I optimize the game perfectly. I mean, I guess it's kind of funny to say that because here I am, I'm learning how to make speedrun portals so I can have more optimized runs. And that's a fair point of criticism, right? Why did I mention that? The thing is, I'm doing this game because, right, again, it's fun, because it's interesting, because I genuinely enjoy playing it and getting better at it. I just want to test myself. I don't want to, I'm also well aware of the fact that, we can often get really focused on I can only do things in life this one way, right? I can only obtain happiness by doing this one thing, right? Or I can only obtain success in a certain way. And we have these sort of messages that are kind of repeated to us in society. I mean, I'm sorry I don't have immediate evidence on me right now. I don't want to make just a bunch of these claims and not have any sort of evidence to back it up. But yes, the point being right, I get that. Right? But I don't know, maybe I'm being, too immature or not understanding this properly. Right, because again, I see a lot of people in social media are doing stuff for fun, and I think that's great. But the point isn't to criticize, who or what is doing, what certain things on, or even with Minecraft in particular. It's more about can we appreciate that life has like a lot of things to offer, right? And not constrain ourselves only too much to that thing and define our entire worth, our entire value. Like, I like doing some competition stuff, but like, I think that's competition stuff. Yeah, it's super great term. I like, competing sometimes in Minecraft or in real life or whatever. It doesn't really matter what it is. But sometimes I think we just get so consumed in like trying to be like the best of the best on that, and then but really more importantly than trying to be the best of the best is like trying to like define what living well or being successful means through that, right? Like, it doesn't even go by any means exclusive with Minecraft. I mean, you could think about with sports, you could think about, with like, being fit, right? Like, that's a very big thing, or it could be, art or music. There's so many ways in which we, compare ourselves. And I think it's honestly kind of a really stressful thing, like I don't think it's really particularly healthy, because it kind of takes away from, can we enjoy things and try to get better for like our genuine self-improvement, or are we just doing this just to, feel good for just a shorter period of time to have something that isn't really going to fill what we feel like some kind of void within ourselves? I'm not saying that for like the most for myself, because I don't really feel like that right now. I feel like I understand that I like going out that I can find validation in myself. Right. Anyways, hopefully that made enough sense. To don't make me be a little did I forget my bed? I guess so. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. Don't mind me being, a little philosophical. I don't know. Whatever the word is. Well, I explore portals and, talk about PvP and all this, stuff. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I already got that. Well, that's lovely. Anyways, I'm trying to think what else do I want to say beyond that. I just hope I'm doing well on this. Hopefully you've enjoyed the Minecraft content that I've done so far. If you haven't watched any of it, feel free to check it out. I have 2 PvP videos that I released today with my friend Eeg. He's pretty cool. He's not a YouTuber, but it would be super cool if he does ever decide to become one. Again, I think I don't really want to talk too much about anything, but it will be interesting to see if any of my friends that you might see me playing with ever do decide to become YouTubers. I mean, I know my friend Jay said that at some point, I don't remember if it was if I edited it out or what, and one of my videos of the multiplayer survival series that I did started back in like November, December or something. I don't know. Regardless, he does have his own YouTube channel, and I might remember to put some kind of link for that in the comment section down below. I don't, or something like that. I do not know if I will or not. At least when I'm recording this. Anyhow, let's see. Yeah, I'm doing. Feel free to rank my. Just be curious how. How well? Okay, well, never mind. I was going to say something there, but I clearly messed it up. But that's fine. You know, mistakes in life are okay, and you know, we have to be willing to accept that fact. You know, I think we tend to, you know, and myself included, a lot of the times, right? We get like very perfectionistic, and I think like I completely understand where that's coming from, right? Like, we want to do things well. We don't want to mess up because like we're kind of scared of, you know, how do we, you know, who are we if we're not the best at what we do? This is sort of the point that I've kind of mentioned, but like, see, like, I can accept the fact that, like, you know, I'm a speedrunner, and yet I still don't know a lot of stuff. I still don't know how to, you see, I keep messing with these portals here. It's fine. Like, I'm still trying. I'm still learning. And there's still a lot of tactics in speedrunning, like triangulation, the vendor, or how to make these things, like, you know, the magma, you know, underwater portal making. I've never practiced that. That'd be super fun to try at some point, you know. You know, or the whole, you know, nether routing, like going between different structures and whatnot. But on one cycle, the inner dragon, all these kind of things. And I'm willing to, I don't know, take my time on learning these. You know, like, and I also say it like in relation to that, right? You know, this is a video here, so like, it's perfect sense for me to say like, I'm not like fantastic. At least I don't think I am, although maybe I'm wrong. Like, I'm not like a fantastic Minecraft YouTuber. Like, I still have a lot of things I feel like I can, you know, learn or improve with, perhaps. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm fine. You know, and I kind of will find my own style as a whole. I think that's perfectly fine. I mean, you know, we don't have success overnight. We don't have, you know, we don't find out completely everything that we, you know, want and like in life. The bad. I mean, you know, I mean, we have so many classes, you know, times where, you know, if you went to public high school in America, at least, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but, you know, and you know, you were in high school, right? Like, you often get asked the question of, like, what do you want to do? And they mean, like, what job do you want? And I think it's, like, a perfectly valid question. Like, do you have any thoughts or concerns or worries about, you know, anything that you think you feel really passionate about that you want to do as a job? And it's nice of them to ask sometimes, right? Because sometimes you need a person to kind of remind you of, like, the future direction in life that you want to go. However, like, it's also, I feel like, again, you know, we're not really gonna know what we feel like is our quote-unquote calling in life. Like, I feel like there's too many times where I see advertisements and stuff online. I mean, yeah, sure, it is, you know, advertisements not the same thing as real life necessarily, but it's still, you know, advertisements are, you know, supposed to be based in somewhat on, you know, you know, on reality. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, a lot, you know, all the stories they have are, you know, have some shred of truth or reality in them. Right? Yeah, so I get distracted here, seeing the village here. For a second I thought this was like an abandoned village, but no, it's not. Although it's weird that the abandoned or like the zombie villages have like a different, you know, colored glass, like this like brown. So I guess it makes sense. It's gonna be like dirty, you know, because like no one's taking care of it. So, you know, unkempt and all that, I guess you could say. But But yes, anyways, so like, there's all sort of pressure of like, oh, find out what your job is, or find out, what your life's passion or work is going to be, and it's really hard to say it. Like, it's really hard to know for certain this is what I want to do. And there's nothing quite like having experience and trying things out, and that, which is kind of like why a small part of like why I didn't really know if I'd enjoy making YouTube videos, but I have. It's been super fun, and I've been proud of what I've got to do this. A few years ago I was worried. I was even worried about, can I have a computer to play on? How do you record these things? And sure, like, yes, I'm probably gonna want to get like a new computer, every once in a while or something, and I want to, have better equipment and all that. I don't want to be doing stuff on a school computer for forever. But I'm happy with this so far. It's working out fine for the most part. Although there's the heating issue thing, but there's ways of kind of getting around that. It is my computer, like for example, I felt my computer right now. It is a little hot, but it's not too bad. I kind of have to remember to kind of just pick it up every little once so I can feel it, just to see how it's doing. Anyways, excuse me. But like, I know, like, I'm still pretty young. I'm not, like, but I'm a freshman. At least this is what I'm doing. And I don't know what it is in my life. I have, ideas of things that I think are really cool. Like getting to study abroad, or being a Minecraft YouTuber, or getting to play chess with friends of mine, my dad, and stuff like that. Or getting to learn about cool things, such as like outer space, genetics, or all sorts of really cool things. But like, I don't know what I want to do for a job. Like, I've considered, like, for example, like I've considered, like, oh, do I do psychology? Because like I found personality interesting. I have the few, I don't have many videos on that stuff, but I have the few videos of where I'm taking the tests, and I really want to do videos of where I'm taking the time to describe these things. I think that would be super fun. And I really hope to at some point. But anyways, right, like, I just don't know. Like, the thing is with that, and then with the media or communications major, whatever you call it at my school, is like, everything seems to be like so focused on like, can we maximize the amount of money that we can get from this? Can we maximize the amount of things that we can get done? I have nothing wrong with trying to do things efficiently, effectively. I like getting tons of videos out myself, right? Like, I like being, productive with that, and I like feeling like I'm doing stuff. The thing is, like, I feel like we as a society like over-focus on it. Like, we don't really try to, fully appreciate getting to do something and just savoring that process. And I don't, it just makes me feel a little sad sometimes. And also, we don't even talk about, like, this too, but, actually a lot of people do, but, the whole mental health thing. It can really lead to burnout. It can really lead to fatigue, exhaustion, depression even, and I don't think it's really that healthy. Not really care or not really celebrate, trying to enjoy things and slow down and sort of take things one piece or bit at a time. And I don't know. I mean, I'm always curious to see, what direction our society will go. And I think there's a lot of potential for really good things. Again, I don't know how much of this applies for people. I don't live in. I've never been outside of the country. Yeah, I really hope to go. I really hope to see more of the world and kind of learn more perspectives, learn more things, because that might help me kind of figure out what I want to do. Like, I might figure out a little more of what do I, not only feel like, oh, this is something that's interesting, or cool, or that I could kind of nerd out about, but genuinely want to do as a job. That I'm willing to, that I'm excited to, take the time to learn a bunch of, trivial, facts and complicated measures and objective standards and all that I don't normally care about. And being willing to do all that, get the degrees and, pay for whatever level of education it might require, and all that kind of stuff, right? Anyways. I don't know. But I'm not sure about it right now. I'm just trying to kind of enjoy things, and I also just don't want to stress myself too much about thinking about, too far on in the future. Like, I think it's good to think about the future. I think it's good to be thoughtful about it and to, be aware of the consequences of the actions you have today. I think that's something that, we all need to learn on some level, but I guess my point, I feel like you probably get it. So I'm going to try doing more portals and probably I've not had that happen this many times, but how many people, like, when you just look up, like, cobblestone or something, not even on job missions, there's people, like, you'll look up cobblestone, and you accidentally end up using infested, like, the infested version. It's not happened to me very frequently. I do not do the fall for that, but it is really annoying that this happen. Because then you'll, like, trying to replace stuff, and then, it just won't. Like, why is there a bunch of silverfish everywhere? That's why. Anyways, I really appreciate it. If any of you listen to this, stuck with this far, I really appreciate it. I'm getting, I honestly say myself, I'm getting really close to 50 subscribers. But I'm literally at 49 right now as of recording this video, or at least as of when I last checked. It's like an hour ago or something. But anyways, I guess we'll just do this as the last one. No, second. Maybe third last one. There's like a good few more or something. I'm trying to do this as, like, kind of instinctual memory. But, hopefully I'm getting much better. I'll say interesting, I've seen the thing with, like, wandering traders, and I know there's the whole joke where, like, oh, they're useless. And you're like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna kill these guys. But, I understand people's frustrations. Like, these guys, like, my average Minecraft survivor, like, this can be like, you're selling me really shit stuff. And, I get it. A lot of it's not really great, and I really don't like the fact that you guys are reading stuff. There's grades where you can't, keep him around by name tagging him. I understand. But like, honestly, I'm not really too mad about it. Because like, if I want good stuff, I know I'm gonna go to like regular builders anyway. So like, why am I gonna be, like the point of this guy is not to trade you overpowered stuff. It's to trade you like different random things you may not find in that biome trade. I mean, yes, I don't know how many times, like this dude just offered literally the worst trade of like an emerald for like a seed or something lame like that. But sometimes, especially if you're playing something like super flat, skyblock or something, right? Like these guys can be like lifesavers. You can get new types of food. You can get like, new plants. You can get like different colors of dye, ace, whatnot. And again, I don't remember exactly how these guys have changed. If we have like if we had the the experimental toggle for villagers, become part of the vanilla game. I think these guys would like trade you like iron pickaxes and shovels and some enchanted books, cool stuff like that. And I think that's really nice. I personally really like that. I feel more excited to see these guys. But yes, the point isn't, it's just like, why can we not just appreciate that we even have like guys like this, that can give us funny random things, or that we can, joke about how trash this loot is and whatnot. I think it's better, there's a lot of things in this game that people criticize for being useless. Like the thing is, not everything has to have a really good quality use. Like life, we're not robots. Like life is full of all sorts of funny things, cultures and mannerisms that we have. That, maybe don't really, help us achieve anything. But they, allow us to feel happier or feel connected to other people, or just have, have a good time by just being silly. So I think that they really do. If we're really to say they're not useful, I think they're actually wrong. I think they are useful. They're just useful in a second. Like, I think that if something exists, like, there's probably a reason why that thing exists. And so we should try to open our minds to that, kind of appreciate that. Or at least that's what I think. But, hopefully you've enjoyed this. And I'll see you in the next